All right, bet. Welcome to episode 6 of Garrett's Football Show. We're here this week. We're going online with it. I'll let my guest introduce himself. You can say your name, anything you want to say about yourself. I mean, I feel like you should say something. He does a lot, so, you say what you want.
Don Dollar, man. How y'all doing, man? Xavier White,
Yeah.
Nat Town's finest, man. I don't live there no more, man, but I'm back fucking with my boy, man. You know the boss.
Yes, sir. So this week, so for intro, like I said on this show all the time, we don't really do big intros. My record for the week, I don't know if you know, but every week I do predictions for the game. We're gonna do them at the end, and then the next week I see what I went. So the last couple of weeks, I haven't even been able to touch 500, but I'm happy to say this week I went 11-6. I caught some good upsets. I had that Giants game right. I had a couple of them. I can't even think. I had the 49ers right, Eagles right. I had Cowboys beating the Rams. So this week we're going to do the same thing, just predictions, going to get even better, even further up. But first thing we're going to talk about this week is my teams. Steelers, I guess we're going
Steelers, man.
I'll go into the Steelers first. I had a lot of hopes last week. I was on the show. I was screaming. I was ranting. We just couldn't keep up with the Bills offense. And it was just some scary offensive play calling by Matt Canada that I think was also a big problem. And before I really get in, Xavier, I just start off by just ranting. If I say anything that you think is crazy or disagree with, you can stop me and you can just stop me and say, whoa, whatever you're going to say. But we just had a lot of little mistakes or problems that are going to be expected from a rookie QB's first start. And you just can't have stuff like that against the Bills, which is probably one of the best offenses in the league. Our corners got absolutely exposed for probably two of the wildest touchdown passes of the week. Gabe Davis had that first, I think it was like 98-yard touchdown when we had him pinned against the end zone. Then a couple, I don't even know when it was, but he had a 62-yard one, so that was embarrassing. And they scored so many points in the first half that they only had to score 7 in the second. So it just seemed like Matt Canada didn't know he was playing against one of the best offenses in the league.
And defenses.
But their defense has been hurt the last couple weeks.
It don't look like it.
It didn't look like it against the Steelers. I mean, shit. Pickens went 34 for 52, no TDs, an interception, and 327 yards. He started his first game on Sunday, and if we finished better in the red zone, that game could have been different. I mean, the first time when we got the field goal, if we had got 7, that worked. The second time we got the ball, Matt Canada, he's giving the ball to Najee on first down in the middle of the field. He gets 3 yards, and then he gives the ball back to Najee right again, and he gets 2 yards, and now he has a 3rd and 6 for a rookie. And I mean, sometimes you get that, but if you do that 4 times, what do you want him to do? So, but I'll say this. Looking at the Steelers, there's 2 ways you can look at this. You can look at it as the 38-3 score where we got absolutely blitzed, blown out, terrible game. Or you can look at it like we saw a lot of good potential. Pickett, he's fighting for himself. The teammates are fighting for him. He has a lot of those intangibles that I think you can't teach. He can run. He has, I don't know, like an it factor. I think he's just type of nigga. He's going to fight people on field and shit. He's going to emotionally get his team riled up. But something that I saw, and this is the question I have to you, and I guess this is going to come all the way back around to what I always do at this show, is what's going to come next with these teams. I saw something that said that supposedly Steelers players were, they were in the locker room, I guess, laughing, having a good time after the game. They didn't seem that I guess that's shitty about the loss and becoming 1-4. Knowing that and knowing what you maybe have or have not seen with the Steelers, do you think the Steelers should just tank this year and try to get a good draft pick? Or do you think we keep playing as hard as we can and realize that we have a rookie that has a lot of potential and is going to get better with each game? I'm going to just say my opinion first. There's no way the Steelers should tank. That's a terrible idea, in my opinion. Each game Pickett's going to get better. Each game Pickens is going to be, they're just going to get more. He's going to get more into the flow of the game. He's going to have more control of the offense. We can't tank. And I think we can come out of this in the playoffs. I think we have the potential to beat the Bengals for second in that division. The Ravens are going to win the division. We can beat the Bengals for second. Fuck the Browns. I'll let you go now.
So, okay. So to answer your first question, in regards to what I think the Steelers should do, I honestly think you guys should tank. Honestly, this is the biggest challenge that you guys have had since the beginning of Ben Roethlisberger. I feel like Mike Tomlin This is his biggest challenge as far as quarterbacks and as far as taking the team from the bottom to the top. Mike Tomlin inherited the Steelers franchise. He inherited a winning franchise, a franchise that's been to Super Bowls, won Super Bowls. So this is his first time that we
A winning franchise, but maybe not a winning team. But continue.
Oh yeah, winning franchise. But I mean, we all know if you have a winning culture in your franchise, then it doesn't matter who you put on the field. You guys are going to win at least 4 or 5 games if you have a winning franchise or just a winning culture in your franchise. But this is the first time we actually get to see, can Mike Tomlin coach? I mean, we know he can coach, but can he actually coach a team that isn't up to par or isn't as talented as 3 or 4 Pro Bowlers on offense and defense? Even though you guys are hindered on the defensive end, you guys have no DBs out there to guard anybody but Mika Fitzpatrick, of course. I still think you guys should tank though. You guys, there's too many quarterbacks in the draft, or not even quarterbacks. There's too much talent in the draft this year on the defensive end, wide receiver end. Not really that many quarterbacks, but you guys need at least a tight end or just some DBs to just add to that tandem you guys have with defense. You got like Cam Hayward, TJ Watt, Mika Fitzpatrick. You guys need some DBs, but in my opinion, I think you guys should tank.
And this is why I hear what you're saying, but this is why I don't agree with that. And I know last night when we were talking about the episode, we were talking about basketball a little bit. And I'm going to use a basketball reference here because I think it fits in this example. I remember like when I was watching the Last Dance with Jordan, he was talking about, I guess at some point in early his career, the Bulls were like trying to tank. And he was like talking about, no, I'm trying to change this. I'm trying to change this culture. I'm not a losing ass nigga, basically, is what he was. I'm not going to lose. And I think Pickens, maybe not Deontay Johnson, because he seems like one of the niggas that might have been laughing in the thing. But those two for sure, rookies, they're the type of people where you can't tell them, all right, we're going to lose this year. Let's just let you get into and don't try too hard. They're not those type of players. And I think Tomlin isn't that type of coach. What does it say about you to say to your rookie talents, one of the best rookie wide receivers, best talent, just skill level, and a rookie quarterback who his ceiling is high, and I guess his low is kind of low because he throws interceptions. But how do you tell him, don't try as hard as you can? We're going to tank your rookie year. How do you get away with that?
I mean, him trying as hard as he can is getting beat 30-3. I mean, he can try as hard as he can, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to result in a win or lose. Guys go out there and try as hard as they can every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. It doesn't guarantee a win. So you can tell them, go try your hardest, go throw 100 passes, 100 completions. Who cares? You guys are not going to win. You guys are not winning any games. You need DBs. You need a quarterback. You guys have neither. So I mean,
we don't need a quarterback. We don't need a quarterback.
I mean, you guys need a quarterback, but you guys need a productive quarterback right now.
Yeah, we need a productive.
So a quarterback. You guys need a productive quarterback. So,
each week, he's gonna become more productive. That's a fact. And looking ahead, what are you gonna say?
So what makes a successful team? I mean, in this day, in this fast-paced NFL, you need a productive quarterback and you need DBs, dudes who can lock up. You can get nowadays. You can get past without a running back. Nowadays, you can get past without a running back.
You definitely don't need a running back.
I mean, but I'm just saying, in this day and age, in the way it is right now, you need a quarterback. You need DBs. Like that's where you didn't need DBs before you need a running back. Before you need wideouts, you need DBs. You need guys who can lock up. You guys don't have that. You guys have neither. So I mean, you can tell Kenny Pickett go out there, try your hardest, throw 100 completions, whoop-de-woo, but it's not going to result in any wins. So I'm all on board.
Have you watched Kenny Pickett?
Huh?
Have you watched Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, he showed flashes. I mean, he showed flashes. He got dog in him. I think he has dog in him. I think he has more dog in him than Mr. Trubisky. Just on the strength that when he slid at the end of the game and they hit him and whatnot, he got up and did all that extra shit. But at the same time, like that shows what you guys are all about, and that's grit. So I mean, he fits into you guys' Pittsburgh organization and you guys' principles, but it's about talent and production right now, man. He's not producing. He's not producing. So
I guess we're gonna agree to disagree, and we're gonna go in, I guess, to the future with the Steelers. Our next couple games. Every time I say this, every single guest they say it's gonna. I already know the reaction, but next week we have Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay. Then after that, we're at Miami. No, we're home against Tampa Bay. Then we're at Miami. Then we're at Philadelphia. Then we have our bye week. I guess I don't even have to ask, but Tampa Bay, Miami, Philadelphia, we get a win out of there. No wins, maybe 2 wins. What do you think? No wins.
Oh, what are the things that all those teams have? They have a quarterback, they have a productive quarterback, and they got DBs.
Miami doesn't necessarily have a productive quarterback right now. Tua and Teddy Bridge, they're both head drunk right now.
By the time you guys play Miami week 8.
Yeah, like week 8. Yeah, this is about to be
he'll
week
be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. He's supposed to be back week 7, so he'll be back week 8. Just in time.
Thinking about Tua, you even think he needs to be playing? You think he's gonna be really right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, from a man to man, I don't think he should be playing. But from a feed the family standpoint, and from I'm a starting quarterback for a playoff championship potential team, this is a once a lifetime deal that I'm dealing with right now. A once a lifetime position I'm in right now. That boys would kill to be in my position. They're playing football. I'm going out there.
Well, shit. By that week, okay.
Piece of brain or not, doesn't matter. I'm going out there playing.
So 0-3 with that. I'm gonna say I just don't think Mike Tomlin, he's too good of a coach. And you said this is where we're gonna see Mike Tomlin's a coach. I'm glad you said that, because in my eyes, one of the themes of my show has been in Tomlin we trust every episode. I think Tomlin's one of the best coaches in NFL history. He's top 7 or 8. He may be top 5. I would argue top 5, but you can't not argue top 8. That being said, he's not gonna lose to Tampa Bay, Miami, and Philadelphia. And last week, and okay, well, let me first say what I think just by what I saw with the Steelers. I saw we have great offensive talent, multiple people that on different teams could be a wide receiver one. I see a quarterback that the team believes in. I see a quarterback that can run, that when the pocket in our bad O-line lets him down sometimes, he can get out, extend plays, and run for a first down, or he can also run while moving. And I saw Najee, who did bad, but we're gonna forget about Najee. Najee's out of the picture, right? Yeah, he's all right. But all I really need is Matt Canada to trust the fact that Pickett is gonna throw some interceptions and he's gonna get better. If Matt Canada has more aggressive play calling, we win one game for sure. As a betting man, if I had to bet, we would win one of those 3 games. I would say we will win for sure. As a Steelers hopeful, we'll win 2 games. Now, the one game that I think we'll win, and I think it's a game that you probably will 100% disagree with, but I think it's the Eagles. And here's why. If we play the Eagles right before our bye week, that's the best chance for TJ Watt to be back. I know he just got knee surgery. That's going to keep him out for an extra week, but he can still be back by that Eagles game potentially. And that's going to be 4 games now that Pickett started. So it's going to be the warmest he's going to ever be, pause. So that being said, I think the Eagles need a trap game. Every undefeated team, every team that's new, they have a game where I think, like my guest said this last week, and I agree with this, is the game where you're like, you have to fight unexpectedly. I guess maybe that could be the Cardinals last week for the Eagles. Yeah, and they came out of that. But I think the Steelers is the perfect trap game for the Cardinals. For the Eagles to lose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see you guys winning that game. But as far as trap games, yeah, go shoot for the stars. Maybe, in my opinion, I would think Tampa Bay, just because you guys have them at home. You guys have Eagles at home?
No, that's in.
Oh yeah. Well, if anything, I'll see the Tampa Bay because you guys got them at home, but you're facing Brady, man. So
that's why I never bet against Brady. But yeah. I mean, that's Sunday. If the rookie beats Brady, maybe he'll start feeling different about him. I don't know, but I guess the last thing I'll say is, as a Steelers fan, it's going to take time. I guess I thought I was going to be happier as a Steelers fan quicker, but I got to keep being patient, and hopefully we get some wins.
Word. I'll feel that.
On to the Colts. So with that Thursday game, I can say I don't think I've ever seen a win that felt so much like a lose. And I mean, I don't need to say stats with Russell Wilson and Matt Ryan, because they were pretty much the same. They both threw an interception. They both fumbled it. Matt Ryan fumbled it a couple of times, which he does every game now. So I guess, bro, I can just get straight into the conversation. Did that win make you feel any better about the Colts being able to beat the Jaguars? Any better about the Colts being able to win our division? Like, I know we're second in our division now, but just eye test, just going off of feeling, like, are we in a good position to beat Jacksonville on Sunday at home?
Yeah, I would say yes, just because we always hoop at the crib. The Colts always come to play at the crib. We don't get blown out at the crib. It's very rare that we get blown out at the crib. We're always going to come to play at the crib. So I feel good off some of the fact that we get 3 points because we're at the crib automatically.
Yeah.
But I'm not wholeheartedly confident, just because our O-line, man. Like our O-line has been treacherous. And I just need to start by saying this. Fire Frank. We got to get Frank out of there, bro.
Frank is the
Fire
problem.
Frank. Fire Frank. Fire Frank. Fire
Nah,
Frank.
nah.
Fire Frank.
That's
Fire
been like a
Frank.
theme every week of this episode. Like, it's whose fault is it that the Colts are in this position right now? Is it Matt Ryan? Is it the O-line? Is it Frank Reich? Is it a little bit
Frank
of both?
Wright. It's Frank Wright. It's Frank Wright. Frank Wright is the reason. That conventional play calling is why we are the reason we are in the hole we are in right now. We're the type of team. We're the type. We run it on 3rd and 3. We run it on 3rd and 4. We run on 3rd and 3. We do stupid shit like that. Like when you line up on 3rd down, 3rd and 4, and we're running the ball in 2022.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense. Like the stupid play calling shit like that is what sets us back from just a modern play style right now. Like, when's the last time you seen the Colts play like a modern, fast-paced play style that you see with the Bills, with the Chiefs, with the Ravens, with these high-powered offenses that we say are Super Bowl contenders? We don't play like that. Ever since we got Frank, we have not played like that. And the last chance we had to play like that is when we had Andrew Luck, and we barely even played fast-paced with Andrew Luck.
Not really,
when we finally got the O-line, we let Andrew Luck go, but we know how that went. But to answer your question, I'm more confident just off some of the fact that our O-line played. This will sound crazy, but they actually played semi decent on Thursday. Just off the strength of our we had one of the best running attacks this whole week in running games of our whole season. So I want to say that our O-line did play decent.
Yes,
but I don't know, man. I don't know. But Frank is the problem. But I am confident about the Jags. I'm definitely confident.
Okay, so you're confident about the Jags. It's Frank Reich's fault. So with that, first I'm going to say something about that. I have been convinced more to realize that, yes, Frank Reich is doing a terrible job, but I think, am I the only one? Because no one else really agrees with me that I've had on the show. Matt Ryan sucks. Our O-line, because last week what the conversation is our O-line is kind of putting Matt Ryan in a terrible position. That's why he's fumbling. He's getting hit a lot. This week, he didn't play. Our O-line didn't play bad. He was throwing interceptions. It was nobody's fault for him. That first interception he threw, that was all he had. I sat there. I was watching with my brother in this garage and my dad, everybody. And we were just arguing about the O-line. And as soon as he threw the interception, I was watching. I was like, 1, 2, 3. He had hella time. Sat there, do it. Whose fault is that? And I'm telling you, he does. Half of his interceptions are like that. Half of his fumbles are like, why are you fumbling the ball? And I'm talking about it so passionately because I think it's Matt Ryan more than Frank Reich. Frank Reich always gets off to a late start, and he always gets teams better at the end of the year, and he hasn't had the potential to have a quarterback for more than one season.
Word.
I would think that would be hard. Matt Ryan sucks. If we were going to get this, we could have kept Carson Wentz for a double back year, and he would have been better a second year. That's how I feel 5 weeks in. And I hate to say that sitting at second in our division after a week when we won.
Yeah, I feel that. But Matt Ryan's been terrible, but at the same time, man, like our O-line, like Ryan Kelly, like he's been abysmal. Ryan Kelly's been terrible. Quentin Nelson, even though he's coming back, but first couple of weeks, terrible. Matt Pryor, bench Matt Pryor. Matt Pryor is terrible. He's been playing terrible. The rookie we had, I can't remember his name, Brennan, or he had like 5 holdings against the Broncos.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
He had like 5 holdings. I actually like him though, which is crazy. I like him. Just off some fact that the games he's played in, or the game he played in, our run game was better. Our run game, we had the best running attack the game he's played in. But that may be luck, and that may be luck of the trade. Who knows? But I like him just off some fact that our running game was better when we took a chance on him. So let's ride him out. But as far as Matt Ryan, I wholeheartedly agree. I wasn't really expecting much when we first got Matt Ryan, just off the fact that it's Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan hasn't been Matt Ryan since 2017, 2016, maybe 2018. Who knows? But Matt Ryan hasn't been Matt Ryan. So I wasn't really expecting a 40-10 season for Matt Ryan or anything close to that, or 30-10. I was expecting just a game manager. I was expecting JT to get off this year. I was expecting JT to take it to the promised land, to take it to where we needed to go. I was expecting JT to do that. But O-line issues.
Yeah.
ripple effect, you know how that goes. But Matt Ryan has been terrible. But I mean, we both know that we're probably gonna be taking a QB in the next year or two. So I mean, I can say Matt Ryan's terrible all I want, but he's gonna be gone the next year or two. So
Then with this season, what do you think our ceiling is?
First round of playoffs. To be
First round of
honest,
playoffs.
yeah, I honestly think I think we make the playoffs just on some of the fact that we win the division. I think we win the division. I think nobody can hold us in the division. I thought we got off to a slow start.
I agree with that.
Should have beat the Texans.
Yep.
We were banged up against Jacksonville. So I just feel like just on the strength of just how we are, and the majority of our divisional games are going to be at the crib.
Yeah.
You know, the majority of them, I feel like we can get it done. Definitely get it done. So I'd see playoffs, first round playoffs, get out first round playoffs. But next year, let's draft Sam. Let's get Sam Hartman, man.
Okay. And I don't watch college football, also I know nothing about this, but somebody I know that another name I've been hearing is I can't think of it. I think as soon as you say his name, I'll remember. But the Alabama quarterback,
Bryce Young.
You like him? I have no arguments either way.
Yeah, I like him. I like him just off some of the fact that he can do so much with how small he is. He sort of reminds me of Russell Wilson as far as like height wise. But arm talent, he's accurate. He can get the ball where it needs to go. He could take on those last 2-minute drives that you need to go on to get that last field goal, that last touchdown. I mean, I don't see any flaws with Bryce Young as far as just ability. But man, like you need in this day and age, you need 6'2", 6'3", 220 to be in that backfield in the NFL and to at least take the beating that the NFL is going to impose on you. And Bryce Young runs out the pocket at 5'10", 170, 180. So I mean, that just speaks for itself. So you can't be out running out the pocket in the NFL at 5'10", 160, 170, 180. That just doesn't work. That's not going to work. Your body is not going to keep up. So as far as ability wise, he's there, best quarterback as far as ability wise, but physical wise, I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna last in the NFL, but ability wise, Bryce Young at number 1, Sam Hartman at number 2.
Who does he play for? I don't think I know. I don't even know who that is. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
He plays for Wake Forest. Yep. A lot of people like DJ, but man, I'm so sold on Sam Hartman. I think Sam Hartman is the whole nine, man. I was sold him last year, but this year, that's my guy.
How's Wake Forest doing this year? Again, I don't watch college football like that.
Oh, they're doing good. They're cashing my bets in. I got no problem. They lost to Clemson. They got into like a real like dogfight with Clemson. And that was actually their only loss. So they would be undefeated if they actually came out on top in that Clemson matchup. But as far as like winning wise, they're like 5-1, man. They're doing pretty good.
Oh damn, hell yeah. So that's enough with our teams. So I know how you feel about with the Colts and Jags and Colts Titans with the division. So now we're gonna get into teams to talk about this week. So for the first one, probably the upset of the week, I'd say it was that morning game, Packers versus Giants on Sunday morning. That game was just a game of halves, in my opinion. Daniel Jones in the second half just came alive. The Saquon Barkley, after getting hurt, came right back on the field, got me, I think like 10 more fantasy points after that. The Giants they're an interesting team. I mean, Daniel Jones, 21 for 27, 217 yards, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions, no mistakes and solid play. And he ran for 37 yards with a bum ankle. And a little bit of betting that I'm going to give before our betting segment is a couple weeks ago, somebody was saying to me, always bet Daniel Jones running over. He always gets it. And ever since that happened and I put a Daniel Jones running over, he gets it. So I don't know. That's weird, but he does it. Saquon Barkley had 13 carries for 70 yards and a 40-yard run, a TD after going into the 10, like I said, with that injury, came right back out, got a TD. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been asking myself, are the Giants good? Am I convinced? After that win, I'm convinced Matt Dabol is a really good coach.
Dabol effect.
Oh yeah, and I think that's really 100% what it is. The difference a coach makes. And 2, I'm convinced that the Giants are good. I think that they are a dark horse for the NFC East, a dark horse, and I also think that the Packers are a lot worse than everybody is thinking. So. And just getting quick stats on the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, 25 for 39, 222 yards, 2 Ds, but he scored all of them in the first half, went completely quiet in the second half, doing absolutely nothing. Now, we can go Giants, Packers first, whatever you want to talk about. I'm going to start with Giants. How do you feel about the Giants in the NFC East? How do you feel about the Giants as a team now? And How does it feel for the Giants to be good in the NFL again? I can't lie. As an NFL fan again, I kind of like it. Feels right that the Giants don't suck.
Facts. I feel that. So let's just start off by this. The Giants went out there with practice squad players and beat reigning MVP Aaron Rodgers, beat a two-time, three-time, sometime MVP. Went out there and beat a three-time MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
like that's crazy. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's nuts to me that Brian Dabol. I would say Daniel Jones, but it's Brian Dabol. Brian Dabol is drawing that shit the fuck up. He is drawing it every drive. He's drawing it up. He's drawing it up, and it's not like. And I know he's drawing that shit up because Daniel Jones is going out there launching an 80-yard TD. Launching the 70-yard TD. He's not doing nothing like that's so crazy. He's making the right play, but he's not doing something that's so crazy to the point that we're like, oh, Daniel Jones is winning this game. No. Brian Dabol is drawing that shit.
And Saquon Barkley too.
Yeah. And the reason why Saquon Barkley is getting off so much is because Dabol has a defense on his feet. You don't know who's running. You don't know if Daniel Jones is going to run. You don't know if Saquon's going to run. You don't know if they're going to run a screen. You don't know anything. And the fact that Dabol has defenses on their heels every single drive is the main reason why Saquon Barkley is getting off, because you don't know what the Giants are going to do. As bad as the Giants are, you don't know what they're going to do each down. You don't know. And that's what makes the Giants so I don't know, so powerful in the NFC East. That's what makes them a dark horse. So I wholeheartedly agree that the Giants are a dark horse in the NFC East, but man, like Eagles are hooping, man.
Cowboys.
I'm not Cowboys. If the Eagles don't win, I'm on the Giants. Just also the fact that the Giants are getting it done with very little, and the Giants have Wanda Robinson coming back, and Kadarius Toney coming back. And the Giants went out there without their best defensive player. They beat the Packers without their best defensive player, Leonard Williams. So why should I not be sold on the Giants? And for the Packers, they're like I said, they like you said, they are way worse than what we thought. I honestly peeped it in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game, just by how many 3-and-outs they were getting. It didn't look good, didn't feel right there at that game. I honestly think thought they were gonna lose, despite them being up. I think they're like 14-0 at one point. I still thought they were gonna lose the whole game, even though they won. And when they play the Patriots the next week, I had cheese on that game.
That was crazy.
I had cheese on that game. Niggas went out there and let Bailey Zapp go out there and get off on niggas. So pause. But I just don't get it. I don't get it, bro. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. Packers had their defense. Jair Alexander is healthy. He was healthy this past week. He's been healthy the past 2 weeks. I don't understand. I don't get what is the missing piece on the Packers defense and on their offense is wide receivers, obviously, but on their defense, man, I don't get it. I don't understand what's going on, but I'm 100% sold on the Giants. I think the Giants get it done in NFC East, and if they don't get it done in NFC East, the Eagles will, but I'm 100% sold on the Giants.
And just a question before the question, but do you think so if the Eagles win it, because I think they're obviously the easy person to say is going to win it, do you think who is going to get number 2, Cowboys or Giants? Who do you see that being more likely? Because we're going to talk about the Cowboys a little later in the show too, but what do you think about that?
Giants, just because Cowboys, I don't believe in Mike. I don't believe in Mike McCarthy. I just feel like that game's going to come down to play calling. 2 good defenses, 2 good offenses, when healthy. Neither offense is that much better than the other offense. Neither defense is that much better than the other defense, even though that casual fan would definitely say the Cowboys defense is that much better than the Giants. If you've been watching them Giants games, the Giants defense has been coming through and I want you to watch the Giants defense when they play the Ravens. When they play the Ravens this upcoming week, watch the Giants defense.
Watch the Giants defense. All right, so we have 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna go into the just another Zoom call. I'm just saying it right now, so I guess we could keep going on this conversation. So looking forward with the Giants. The Giants. Well, actually, no. I want to address it immediately what I'm thinking, and not wait because I'll forget. The only Giants game that I've sat and really watched was that Giants-Packers game. And I watch the Ravens every week, so I know that the Ravens play the Giants, I'm going to definitely watch that game. And the Cowboys, I've watched like 2 games. I watched the Buccaneers game, and then I watched the game they just had against the 49ers. Or not the 49ers. Who is it that the Cowboys just beat? The Rams. Knowing that, you think the Giants defense is as good as the Cowboys?
I wouldn't say as good, but like the drop off isn't that
It's not that bad.
isn't as big as you would think.
Okay.
I feel like the drop off is just by a hair, to be honest. I feel like the Cowboys defense is a hair better, but I've been so on the Giants defense the past 2 years. Even though they gave away Bradbury, I've always been so on the Giants defense. Just up to the fact that the Giants defense has been solid since we were in grade school, bro. Like,
Yeah,
think of the
yeah.
last time the Giants defense has been trash. Like, it's just never
God.
happened. And this year with Kayvon, Leonard, and they finally got some DBs, some unknown DBs, but they're still DBs back there. They're actually decent and they're getting a job done.
Yeah.
They're getting a job done. So, man, like I'm so on the Giants, man. And I feel like it's gonna come out to play calling when it comes to Giants, Cowboys. And if it comes down to play calling, I'm on the Dabol effect.
Fair enough. So with the Giants, just as of right now, you said next game they have the Ravens. Again, I do predictions on this. I'm going to ask you, but if you want to give it later, you can, and think about it. If you want to give it now, you can. But I have the Ravens winning that game, but I think it's going to be really close. And I think Lamar, because of the way he's playing this year, is going to probably get out to a lead and figure out a way to let the Giants get back in the game.
Facts. And if you watch the Giants games, the Giants, they always start. They either start off slow and come back, or they start off blazing.
Tight.
It's allowed. But they're both the same type of teams, so that game could go any way. But just bet on if either team gets off to a hot start, best believe the other team's going to be coming back, or in the next third quarter or into the fourth quarter, or however the game goes. But I'm definitely on board, and I definitely hear what you're saying.
Yeah, sounds like a good game either way. And then so then looking at the Giants, their next 4 weeks, I would say the Giants, the schedule, just as I just looked at it, they have the opportunity to prove themselves without any question if in these next 4 games they do good. They have the Ravens, which we just talked about. Then after that, they have the Jags, the Seahawks, the Texans. The Texans are pretty bad, but they're competitive. But the Jags and the Seahawks are two very, very competitive teams, very good teams. I think if the Giants come out of this next 4 games, not 2-2, but 3-1, the Giants, there's no question about it. The Giants are I don't even know what the word is. It. And I guess my question would be, in 4 weeks, what's the conversation on the Giants going to be? It's going to be a little cooler, like, okay, the Giants or are we going to be talking about the Giants like, damn, it's, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm just now getting on the Giants. They're this week are about to become one of the teams I'm going to be really watching. So I don't know. If I had to guess, I'd say they come out of this 2-2 at best. I don't see 3-1 in this for them. What do you say?
I see 3-1. I feel like Daniel Jones costs up a game, but as far as that, I feel like Dabo's been minimizing the DJ mistakes as much as possible. And I see DJ going. Not DJ. I see the Giants and Dabol going 3-1.
3-1. Ravens, Jags, Seahawks, Texans. That's very possible 3-1. But Geno Smith has been balling. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's hard to call, but we've seen that he can ball if he wants to.
Yeah.
Jags, Texans. The Giants are an interesting team, and the NFC East as a whole, very interesting. That's fine.
Healthy, man. The Giants are getting healthy, bro.
Yeah. We're going to use this 5 minutes that we have left to talk about something interesting. Let's just do the Packers real quick before we go into the next team. The Packers, I don't know if you have it at the top of your head, but I got it up now on ESPN. Their next schedule is the Jets this week. I don't know if you've been watching the Jets, but they're kind of an interesting team. Then after that, they have the Commanders, Bills, Lions. Just looking at that, their 4 games seems to be the opposite of the Giants, because the Giants have teams who I think propose very good competition. I think that the Packers have teams outside of the Bills that they should all beat. They should beat the Jets. They should beat the Commanders. They should beat the Lions. So I'm saying, this is the question I have now. If the Packers come out of this anything out of other than 3-1, are the Packers now just a mediocre team completely? And that's unarguable. And I'm saying, yes, that's true. And I'm also saying they will probably not come out of this 3-1. They are going to figure a way to lose to either the Jets, the Lions, or the other team I said. What do you think about that?
I think I'm all on board with you. I think they dropped one of those games, man. Like, man, when I saw Bailey Zapp go out there and dot these niggas up, bro, that's all I needed to see for the rest of the year. As soon as I saw David WKU go out there and dot these niggas up, and there's the Pro Bowlers on their defense, Garrett. They're Pro Bowlers on the Packers defense. These aren't scrubs that the Packers are shooting out there. The Packers have a solid defense. They've had solid defense the past 2 years. It's been A-Rod, man. Like I said, man, I've always thought A-Rod was overrated.
He needs some ayahuasca in him, I guess.
Yeah,
he is overrated, but he's so overrated. Gavin, Terrence, I don't know if you guys watch. I'm sending this to you. Aaron Rodgers fucking sucks. Like
overrated. Yeah, tell Gavin, man. Gavin been repping them weak ass Packers since we was in grade school.
First grade, bro. Weak ass. I'm gonna because bro, we be talking because his ass beat bro every week talking about the Steelers, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Everybody watch, I'm not a hater. But seeing the Packers lose to the Giants, I like it. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. And the fact that I think that all my friends who are Packers fans are gonna have they're gonna have to watch the Packers lose to the Jets.
Post game, spread them.
That's -7 Green Bay.
Yeah, that's asinine. That's abysmal. That's fucking crazy. The Jets put up 40 points.
That's what I'm saying. True. But 3 minutes left. All right, yeah, let's take all the time. Just an interesting conversation. I was arguing with somebody. Who's better, Zach Wilson? Who would you rather have for the next 3 years, Zach Wilson or Kenny Pickett? That's so off of the topic we were talking about, but we both agree that the Packers fucking suck. Gavin and Terrence, when you guys watch this, know that the Packers suck and they're gonna lose. So, just another question. You can take these last 2 minutes.
Zach Wilson, bro. I gotta go with that nigga who showed me something. Zach Wilson showed me something. He showed me something.
Would he show you his whole rookie year? Would he show you his whole rookie year?
For now. You said what?
Would he show you his whole rookie year? And he has running back. And his running backs are going crazy right now as well. And
true,
but
he didn't really show much his rookie year. But hey, I'm still on board. I think he's a decent quarterback. I think they just got to protect him. If they protect him, they'll be all right.
All right, fair enough. I'm gonna end it right now, and then I'm literally in a minute. I'm gonna start it right back up. The next thing we're gonna talk about those Eagles Cardinals, and then that's what we're gonna get to. Hold on. My dumbass forgot to record, but damn, fuck it. Let's just go. I'm sorry to the show. I forgot to record. I have to give an update. We're sitting here talking about the MVP race. Who's the best? This week, I've been thinking it was Jalen Hurts. Now that Xavier just let me know that I have a little bit of recency bias. So now I'm starting to think differently about my MVP. I think it's still Lamar, but then I think second is Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and I think Jalen Hurts is probably out of there. I had that recency bias just because of how good he's been having this year. He had his breakout year. What else did we say? Just to give a quick update because I fucked up. And Kenny Pickett, he said Zach Wilson over Kenny Pickett, but who has the better, higher ceiling? It's Kenny Pickett. But sorry to interrupt you in that way that I did. But going back on with Lamar Jackson and everything, I don't know if you remember what you were even saying, but.
Yeah, facts. I remember. So with Lamar Jackson set the bar so high to where you can run for 4 or 5 TDs. But you're gonna have you got to throw for at least 10 or 12 by week 8 to at least be in that MVP race or to at least be there. But Jalen Hurts is definitely in that MVP. He's in the MVP race just because they're 5-0 and he's playing decent. But man, like I want to say he's one bad loss away from being out of the MVP race. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes can play bad next week and still be in MVP race. Jalen Hurts plays bad this upcoming week and they lose. He's not in MVP race. Just on the fact that you haven't thrown for enough TDs. And I mean, that's simple as that. You're a QB, you got to throw for TDs, my guy. You're not a running back.
And just hearing you say that, I honestly, I hadn't even thought about. That's a good take because I completely agree thinking about just how the media works and how much I've been watching just like sports show and just how they like just flip back and forth. Yeah, I would agree that if Jalen Hurts has a bad game and the Eagles lose, he would go out of the conversation for everything you said. So I 100% agree. And then I stopped recording. So just to give the stats on Jalen Hurts, he went 26 for 36, 239 yards, ran for 61 yards, and ran for 2 Ds. Also good first downs, great decision-making skills. Dallas Goedert, the tight end, got 95 yards. Devontae Smith, 87 yards. Just like what we've been getting back to more and more each week is that the Eagles just have a lot of ways to win. But stop me if I already said this, but I don't think I did. The thing I wrote in my notes was like the big question about the Eagles is like, every week I said with the Giants as well, I've been like asking myself, like, am I convinced about the Giants? And this week they kind of did. I've also been asking myself, am I convinced about the Eagles? And I will say I'm still not convinced about the Eagles, even though they're 5-0. And by convinced, I mean, I don't think they're doing anything in the playoffs. And I don't even think they're 100% like to win their division. How do you feel about that? Are you convinced about the Eagles being the 5-0 team that's the best in the league?
Yeah, I'm convinced. I think they're top 3, top 4 best team in the league. I think they clinched their division just because they have DBs and they have a productive quarterback, and they got wideouts too. And I feel like wideouts is the third most important thing as far as like being a Super Bowl contender. They have wideouts, they have a productive QB, and they have DBs. They got guys on defense who are not afraid to get in the dirt and not afraid to lock up, man up, or play zone. But they got guys that actually want to go out there and play defense and lock up receivers. So I mean, they can stop passing attacks. They can stop run offenses with their linebackers. I like White. He's a great linebacker. He's been playing great this whole year. So they can stop the run. They can stop the pass. They have a productive QB. Number 1 rushing offense in the league last year, and in my opinion, I think the number 1 rush offense this year. The sky's the limit for the Eagles. Honestly, man, I don't see any weakness that they have. And you can help me if I'm wrong. Any weakness that you saw from the Eagles so far?
No weakness, but no. I guess the Cardinals, yeah, and I guess the Jaguars was a close game, but they have no battles. Like their schedule is so easy that I think when they get to the end, when they win their division, if they win, but they probably will, if they win the division, if they get like first or second in the NFC, then you're gonna have to play a Tom Brady. You're gonna have to play the 49ers. You're gonna have to play a good team early in the playoffs. And I think because the Eagles have no hard teams, I think that is their I think that's their weakness. You know, iron sharpens iron. Like the Eagles for the rest of the season, they have the Cowboys. I guess that's a good game. Being honest with myself, the Steelers are a hard game. Then the Texans, Commanders, Colts, Packers, Titans, Giants, Bears, Cowboys again, Saints. Like they have a particularly easy schedule. So I think when the playoffs comes around, I don't think they'll be able to keep up with the Tom Brady's of the world, not the Jimmy Garoppolo's, but the 49ers having just an amazing defense and fucking great wide receivers and just a great altogether team. That's why I feel like I'm not convinced on the Eagles.
Yeah, I feel that. And I honestly think, that the Eagles, if they face like a Tom Brady or if they face like I don't want to say Jimmy G, like you said, but like a Shanahan team, I feel like that's the end of their reign. Honestly, feel like if they face Tom Brady, I feel like that answers itself. The Rams get their O-line together, I feel like the Rams would be a good team that may be able to get the Eagles through there. Who else? So yeah, honestly, I feel like those 3 teams are the biggest threats to the Eagles. I thought the Eagles beat the Rams, but as far as the Giants and a healthy 49ers team, I feel like they don't stand a chance.
Fair, yeah. So yeah, exactly. So I agree with that. But I do think I think I said a little earlier that I think the Eagles won't win their division. I didn't mean to say that. They're gonna definitely win their division. I meant I don't think they'll win the NFC, but the Eagles are definitely winning the NFC East. Now, just moving, we haven't even talked about the Cardinals at all. I just want to get into them a little bit because I just want to hear what you think about them. Kyler was 28 for 42, 250 yards, 1 TD, 1 interceptions, ran for 42 yards. And if you watch that game, you know the Eagles were probably like one questionable play, whether you thought it was Kyler's fault or the coach's fault. I can't think of his name right now for some reason. But like, did you see the end of that game where he tried to do the slide and they thought they had the first down and he didn't know? Did you see that?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't.
Okay, so yeah, no, I'll describe it to you. So I'll describe it. You need to tell me whose fault this is. So Kyler Murray, and this happened. Same situation happened earlier this year at another game, but so it's like the end of the game. Kyler Murray, the Cardinals have the ball. He goes for a run. He runs for like 10, 12 yards. And there's like 40 seconds left on the clock. Clock's running. He slides. He thinks he has the first down. He made the first down. He didn't make the first down. He slid right before the first down line, and it was 3rd down. So now that makes it 4th down. And now he spikes the ball. So with like 30 seconds left, now they either kick it or they try to basically get the first down or a touchdown. And they decide to just kick it. And basically, I guess the question would be, well, I think I described that wrong. Are you getting the picture I'm painting?
Facts. So they have no timeouts?
No. And the thing is it Kyler Murray's fault for not knowing he didn't get to the third down? Is it the coach's fault for not making it clear to him?
If he gets the first down, what's the difference?
If he gets the first down, then they spike the ball and they stop the clock. But now they have a second and third down for him to try to get more yardage to get an easier kick.
It was third.
Yeah. He thought, it was third down when he made that run. He thought he got it the first down. Yeah.
So shit, that's Kyler's fault. You gotta know. I mean, who else fault would it be? I mean,
because in the ear set, in the ear set, there's like they're telling you like, okay, we're calling this play, we're doing this for this or this. They let you know the situation, I guess.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. So who inked the $250 million contract this past year?
All right.
I don't know. You help me. Who inked the contract? The nigga in the ear or the nigga hiking the ball?
Okay. Probably Kyler's fault that he didn't know he got the first down. Fair enough.
I mean, who's close? So I mean, let's who's closest to the first down marker? The nigga playing or the nigga in the booth?
Facts.
I mean, I mean, $250 million, bro. Like, bro,
you need to know.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna leave it at that. $250 million. You gotta know.
Fair. Now that being said, the Cardinals this season are like, they're good. They still don't have D-Hop back, but they just find a way to, like, at the end of every game, they're fighting to get back in the game. They're just a weird team. So now knowing they're in the division where the Rams are pretty bad right now. Who else is in their division? I know I have that written down, but the Rams are pretty bad right now. Who else? Yeah, the Seahawks. The Seahawks are all right. And San Francisco, I guess, is 3-2 at number 1. But how do you think the Cardinals are going to finish out this season? Do you think they have a chance? I don't think they're going to be first in their division. I think that's going to probably be the 49ers. But between the Rams and the Cardinals, two teams that look shaky right now, who do you think finishes off with a better year? I am just answering first. I'm going to say I have more trust in the Cardinals.
Yeah, I got more trust in the Cardinals. Just also the fact that Rams is number 2, man. Allen Robinson ain't getting the job done, man. They need a white boy. He don't throw the niggas, man. He
really don't, bro.
Week one, it was a meme. It was a meme. Ha ha, it was a meme. Play the Bills, week 1, fine. But bro, in watching that game, bro, he does not throw the niggas, bro, like at all.
Bro, that's what we were talking about the whole time in my group chat. Like, bro, this nigga don't fuck with it. He's not doing it, bro. He's not going.
Yeah, but on a serious note though, I really feel like right now that I'm more confident in the Cardinals just because O-line issues aren't something that you just wake up and fix, and that is something that the Rams have right now. That's fixed in the offseason.
Yeah.
And you get lucky and have somebody come and talk to O-line and they get a spark. Who knows? But O-line issues are some that are nagging throughout the whole year. They pop up, they go away, but they're always gonna pop up if you have O-line issues. They're always gonna pop up. Even when you think they're away, they're gonna pop up here and there. So O-line issues, big no. I'm with the Cardinals. I think when D-Hop comes back, that adds another arsenal of weapons. So I'm with the Cardinals, man. So
facts. All right, now Cowboys, Rams. That's gonna be the next team we talk about. So Cowboys are an interesting team this year. I mean, Cooper Rush this game went 10 for 16, 102 yards. Tony Pollard rushed for 86 yards with his 57-yard run. And Ezekiel Elliott ran for a 78-yard run. He's running this year like he knows he's on a contract year. I said the first episode of the show, Ezekiel, if his ass sucks right now, he may be a civilian at the end of the year. And he is playing like he knows that. He's not the Ezekiel Elliott that we used to know, but he's not the Ezekiel Elliott that we've come to know the last couple of years. He's somewhere in between. You said what?
He's gonna get a ban this year, 1,000.
Yeah, he's gonna get some for sure. Yeah, he'll get 1,000 yards. I was trying to think where he's at, like, because I was just looking at like the top 10 rushing yards, but I think he'll get there. You're right. Mm-hmm. So I haven't talked about the Cowboys a lot on this show just because, I mean, it's Garrett's football show and I really don't like the Cowboys, and none of my guests have came on and say I'm a Cowboys fan. But after this week, you can't ignore the Cowboys when you're talking about NFL football at this point. I mean, the defense is too good. They sacked Stafford 5 times this game, and Micah Parsons himself got 2 of them. I mean, their DBs, you've been talking about DBs all game. I had a DB at college Cameron. He's a DB, so he was talking about it a lot too, and that he said that's one of his favorite positions. Just seeing the Cowboys, I mean, how dangerous are they? That's a reoccurring question I keep asking is how dangerous are this team or that team for real? I think the Rams, why they do suck. I think the Cowboys I think the Cowboys beating the Rams was a good win. And I think Cooper Rush being 4-0 when Dak comes back, I mean, shit. Are the Eagles? I don't know what the question is. I mean, what do you think about what I've said? And we've both said the Eagles are for sure going to win the NFC East. I think they still are, but I mean, how for sure? Is it really for sure?
Yeah, honestly, well, let's just start with this. Michael Parsons is the best linebacker in the NFL today, as we speak. Michael Parsons is the best.
Yeah,
linebacker.
TJ got hurt week 1, so it gave him the lead. It gave it to him, right?
Yeah. I mean, but I think TJ in though.
Yeah, he's in. He's defensive.
I mean, he's a line. TJ's he's at D end, but like
I'm being nitpicky. I get you. Okay, I get you.
But so
better than Aaron Donald, then you're saying, because Aaron Donald's inside, isn't he, for sure?
Yeah. So no, I'm saying line. So Michael Parsons isn't
a linebacker. Yeah,
Michael Parsons is a linebacker. He's a linebacker. He played blitzes so much that it looks like he's a DN.
I was gonna say, doesn't he rush the quarterback hella?
Huh?
Doesn't he rush the quarterback hella?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a linebacker, bro. That's the crazy shit about it. That's what makes him so dominant, that he rushes the quarterback so efficient that you think he's a TJ Watt. You think he's an AD. You think he's one of these guys that are in the trenches, but no, Michael Parsons is a linebacker. So and Michael Parsons can cover too. So in my opinion, I think Michael Parsons is the best linebacker in the NFL. And anytime you got the best linebacker in the NFL, your defense that elevates everything. Because when you're linebacker, when you have top, all pro linebacker or top 3 linebacker, everybody eats. The front line eats. The back end eats. Everybody eats. So in my opinion, I feel like Michael Parsons has himself elevated the whole Cowboys defense. Has everybody playing out of body. So I feel like the Cowboys defense is at a great high right now, and I think they keep this high that they're at. But they don't really have any like star gems other than D-Law and Michael Parsons, and you could say Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah,
in my opinion, I think Trayvon Diggs is a little overrated, but here near there. But Michael Parsons, best linebacker in NFL defense. I'm sold on it. Cooper Rush. I'm not sold on Cooper Rush just on the simple fact that we could either me or you could have been back there hiking the ball, and they would still have won that game. He went out there through 100 yards. In 2022, he went out there and threw 100 yards, and he had hella drives throughout the whole game. He had hella time. He had hella drives, hella opportunities to where he could have made that big play or could have made a great play. But he's a game manager, so yeah. Hey, I'm on board with the Cowboys defense, but I'm not on board with Cooper Rush just because he's a game manager, and you could have had me or you out there hiking the ball. When they still went out there and won the game. You go out there throwing 100 yards. I'm not really on board with that. I feel like in this day and age, you at least give me 150, 175 for me to be sold on you as a quarterback. But yeah, I'm on board with the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys finished third in their division. But if Dak comes back, then maybe they'll finish second.
And that's where I was going to come into. Dak's coming back. Everything that I've been seeing is like, at this point, I think they're just riding the wave. Like if it was like the Cowboys were losing, I think Dak would already be back and he would be guaranteed for this game. I think they're just not starting him because Cooper Rush has been winning. But I think no matter what, after this Eagles game, and I think the Cowboys probably lose to the Eagles because Cooper Rush being everything that you said is not like is gonna show him for who he is, and then they put Dak back in. When you get everything you said about Cooper Rush goes away now. And everything that you said about the defense, and that was great commentary on the defense, by the way, because stuff I didn't know. And just to like say something real quick, this year I've been watching defense so much more. I guess I forgot to say pause for that, but I've been watching defenses so much more, and it's so much more interesting to me because I never paid attention to it in the way that I do now. But just getting back to what I was saying originally, when Dak comes back, that makes this team even better than they already stand at 4-1. So do you think like if he comes back after the Eagles game, do you think now that is what the Cowboys need to sling them ahead of the Giants? Because earlier in the show, we were saying Giants both are going to be 2, and I agree with that. But as I've watched the Cowboys this last game and been watching like past game highlights on them, the Cowboys secretly look like, I don't know who's better between them and the Giants on paper test. I think the Giants are just the hotter team right now. And because I watched that Giants game, me personally, that's why I'd say the Giants. But if I feel like everything, if I knew both teams equally, I think they look, I don't know. And I think, I'm guessing, what do you think? What do you think is when Dak comes back? Because I think he's coming back after Eagles. Then are the Cowboys better than the Giants?
With Dak back, I honestly still feel like they're the same. I feel like the offense of the Cowboys are a little better than the Giants with Dak back. But I mean, let's look at Dak, but let's not forget how Dak was playing prior to his injury, even though he did only play one game, one half game, and the season before he wasn't looking that good. So I mean, like I hear it that Dak comes back, this is whoopty whoop. Like, of course they're gonna be a better offense with Dak coming back. But I mean, is it going to be that drastic? Is the change going to be that drastic? Because their offense isn't looking bad. I mean, they're putting up 23 points. They're putting up 23, 24 points. So they're not bad. So I mean, so is that going to propel them to 40 points?
No, 44? No. He's just not simply not. He's not that good.
I mean, maybe propel them to 31, maybe like 34. So I mean, like.
So is Cooper Rush and Dak Prescott isn't that big of a difference in quarterback? Is that what I'm hearing?
As far as efficiency, I feel like it is a big difference as far as efficiency and as far as putting together drives and 2-minute drills and stuff like that. So
it's about wins and losses.
Yeah, efficiency wise, I feel like it's a big difference between the two quarterbacks. But as far
as
this
season right now,
I'm talking about skill. Like, are you talking about individual quarterbacks or the quarterbacks with the offense?
The quarterbacks with the offense, the way that it's going right now this season, the Cowboys need to do what they do to get as far as they can. Is it Dak or is it Cooper? Or is it close? Is it up in the air?
It's Dak just because efficiency, man. Like you need a quarterback who can lead you on them 2-minute drills. Even though Cooper Rush did do it against the Bengals, you need a quarterback who you can consistently count on to lead you in the 2-minute drills. And I feel like Dak has led you on enough 2-minute drills, and it puts you in enough good positions to where you got to just go back to what you know.
Okay, so I'm hearing that Dak is better than Cooper, but even with Dak back, he's not gonna give them that much of a upgrade to where they're gonna do anything too much more scary.
As far as putting points on the board wise, how they put points on the board, I feel it's gonna be a huge difference maker on how they put points on the board when Dak is back. It's gonna be more in the air, which is more scarier to defenses. Yeah. Which is why I feel like Dak being back is better because defenses can easily game plan against the run and flat passes and stuff like that, and here and there long passes. When you're going up against Dak, bro, every single hike you're scared of. Is he going to throw that 60-yard pass? Throw that 40-yard pass? You don't know what Dak is going to do. So yeah. I mean, and Dak is capable of way more than Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I mean,
and when Cooper Rush hikes the ball, do you think Cooper Rush is going to make a 50-yard pass?
No. No.
Dak Prescott hikes the ball. You think Dak Prescott may make that 50-yard pass to CD Lane? They gonna connect. They may connect. Yeah. Of course, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's your answer right there.
Yeah. So just to finish off with the Cowboys, you're saying though, and I guess I'm still not convinced. I don't know either way, but I'd say probably third. But you think they finished third in their division, which would mean they probably don't make the playoffs.
Man, I'm just so on the Giants. Maybe because I'm just so on the Dabol effect, man. Like. I think the Giants get it done, man. I think the Giants get that second spot. I believe in the Dabol effect.
Honestly, as of right now, if I had to say, yeah, I'm agreeing. But I think it's close. I think the NFC East is going to be something to look out for the next couple of weeks, how that shakes out.
Play calling, man. It's going to come down to play calling when the Giants and Cowboys play each other. It's going to come down to play calling. And if it comes down to play calling, and I'm going to have to take a guess on who has a better playbook, I'm going with Dabol. I love Dabol's playbook.
Going with the rookie coach, and I don't like Mike McCarthy that much either. So I guess I could give you that. He was terrible on Hard Knocks last year, so yeah, that's fair if it goes down to play calling. Now let's move on to Dolphins and Jets. I really don't have too much to say on that game. I know we talked about the Jets a little bit. Really, all I wanted to say is I feel like, damn, really. The little thing came up. I guess with the Jets, all I'm going to say Dolphins, Jets, I feel like the Dolphins are getting karma for how terribly they handled that Tua situation and sending him back out there with a concussion to get another concussion. And Zach Wilson, 14 for 21, 210 yards. Breece Hall ran for 97 yards and had a really good couple of weeks. So the Jets right now are really interesting. I mean, they've run 2 good games in a row. They won a nail biter against the Browns. and they just beat the Dolphins, so that could come down to tiebreakers. So the only question I have is with that division, who do you think now gets second? Because the Bills have that for a lock, but who's the better team right now? The Dolphins with their quarterback struggles, but great wide receiving core, or the Jets with the hot streak they're on right now? And that being said, I think it's Dolphins. As soon as they get the quarterback together, they're going to be right back where they were.
Yeah, Dolphins. I got Dolphins. Definitely Dolphins. Just because, I mean, the whole nine. Like, I mean, everything. Wideouts, quarterback, defense. Even though Byron Jones he hasn't been healthy, and the DBs have been getting cooked so far. The Dolphins. I feel like the DBs get it together, and I feel like the defense gets together with the Dolphins. So I'm all on board with the Dolphins.
Yeah, so just because I'm trying to look at like how I think the divisions are playing out after 5 weeks. So for them, we got Bills first, Dolphins second, Jets, and then I don't even know who the third is. Or the fourth is. Can't even think of it. But that's what you say for that top three.
Yeah.
All right, now a little bit better of a game. Let's go straight to Ravens, Bengals. It wasn't a completely pretty game by Lamar, but at the end of it, it came down to his running ability and just him leading a drive where he shows he's still the best in the league out running, even if he does choose to stand in the pocket more this year. And giving the best kicker in the world a chance to win the game with a field goal. I mean, Lamar went 19 for 32, 174 yards, a TD, an interception. And that game, while it was very scary because the Ravens were up 10 at one point and they let the Bengals come back before even halftime, and Lamar missed a couple big throws that could have put the game away before it even had to be what it was. All that being said, I still think another thing on this show is Lamar is going to get $300 million at least guaranteed. He's getting that bag. The only question I have to you is the Bengals. How ass do you think they are? I think the Bengals are pretty bad. My thing I say about the Bengals all the time is I believe they're like how Aaron Rodgers was, and Joe Burrow, how Aaron Rodgers got to one Super Bowl like the second year of his career, and he never gone back, and he never will get back. Joe Burrow probably won't ever touch a Super Bowl again.
Why you feel like he won't? Like, what do you think? Like, what's stopping him?
Because the Bengals have a terrible culture, and they've always had a terrible culture, and I don't think that's going to change. And just like how you said, teams with bad cultures, and he's in a division of teams with great cultures, except for, I guess, well, not great cultures, just the Steelers and the Ravens. But I just don't think Joe Burrow, himself is great. Like, and he has like I said, with Kenny Pickett, like them intangibles you can't teach. Like he has an it factor, but I just don't trust the Bengals. And I think this year, like, I think they're showing it.
Their O-line is definitely showing it.
Yeah.
T. Higgins didn't play this past. I feel like that should be a big highlight. Higgins did not play on this past Sunday. He did not play. So honestly, I think Zach Taylor, who's their head coach, I think he's a terrible play caller.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of the worst play callers in the league. But he's not. I don't think he's a bad coach. But I say play calling like it is a different play caller as far as play calls. His play calls throw me to loop sometimes. But T. Higgins is 23 years old. Jamar Chase is 24 years old. Tyler Boyd is 26 years old. So you got to deal with them for the next. Your DBs got to deal with them for the next 4 or 5. I want to say, let's be safe, 5 years. So you got to deal with them for 5 years. So you guys don't have no DBs to check them for 5 years. So you guys aren't going to be able to fuck with the Bengals for the.
Whoa! You talking about the Steelers?
No, you guys aren't going to be able to fuck with the Bengals.
Think what are you talking about? Mika Fitzpatrick is hard.
I'm talking about these quarterbacks. We're talking about corner. We're talking about mono cornerback. We let him go with no safety help. We're safe with him. We're good. Even though it's very little cornerbacks in the league that can do that. But we just need you guys need cornerbacks. You don't have any cornerbacks, bro.
That's true, but Jamar Chase T. Higgins is playing good this season, but Jamar Chase isn't amazing this season. He hasn't been.
But more of the story is you guys got to deal with them. You guys have to deal with.
They got to deal with Pickens. They got to deal with Pickens and Deontay Johnson and Pat Freiermuth. Okay, not Pat Freiermuth, but they got to deal with Pickens and Deontay Johnson for the next 5 years. And Jamar Chase looks like a one-hit wonder right now to me.
That's not skip. Jamar Chase is going to get 1,000 yards this year, but Jamar Chase isn't looking like a one-hit wonder, bro. He's finally getting doubled, and he's still getting you 40 yards, 50 yards. Which is
top 5 wide receiver right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Bro, if you could get 5 receivers, bro, no, you're not getting Jamar Chase.
I mean, Stephon Diggs. No, there's really been no receivers really getting off like that this year. Like, no crazy receivers. Stephon Diggs probably really
This year, I'd still rather have Stephon Diggs. I'd still rather have Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp.
I'd low-key rather have Mike Evans. I'd low-key rather have who else am I thinking? There's someone I'm forgetting. I wouldn't rather have AJ Brown. Oh, Tyreek Hill. I'd low-key rather have Tyreek Hill. I guess I wouldn't rather have Jalen Waddle. I guess if I said that, would be
he's top. Jamar Chase top 5, bro. Jamar, he just played the Super Bowl this past year. Like he's top 5. It's only been a couple weeks, bro. So we got at least give him top 5. But the moral of the story, you guys got to deal with them. They're young, bro. They're young. They from the looks of it, they're starting to stay.
Very young.
You say you guys are young?
The Steelers, yes. All right,
y'all are young, but I mean, they're younger is way more scary than y'all younger. Their young guys aren't way better, but they're better than y'all young guys in every aspect.
I mean, because their young guys are older than our young guy. In 2 years, we could feel completely different about all these teams. Jamar Chase and Pickens. Right now, everybody's going to say Jamar Chase. In 2 years, niggas might say Jamar Chase versus Pickens. Pickens, easily. Yes, that's possible. That's possible.
It's not possible. Pickens hasn't even had 60 yards this year. Like, what are you like?
Mitchell Trubisky was his. Yes, he has. Yes, he had. He had 86. Hold on. He had 86 his first game. He had 86 his first game with Pickett. His first game with Pickett, he had like 80 or 90 yards. I know I wrote it down somewhere. I don't even need to write it down. I know that nigga has 70 yards. But stop.
He did.
Bro, in 3 years, fuck 3 years. Right now, if Kenny Pickett was playing all 4 games, no question about it, he'd have more yards than Jamar Chase. That's a fact. And I guarantee in the next 4 weeks, Pickens will have more than Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase, Pickens is playing better than him.
He's seeing 2 defenders every hike. He's seeing the safety help and he's seeing the DB. He may even see the fucking linebacker. Who knows? He may see the linebacker when he hikes. No.
You're right, but
he's seeing 2 players every down. George Pickens is seeing 1.
That's gonna change. We both know that's about to change really quickly before the even season's over.
He has to do something for it to change. We got to see it. We got to see something. I gotta see more than him just pushing niggas down. Like,
bro, he's pushing niggas down, nigga. He's catching the ball and niggas is grabbing on him and he's catching the ball athletic as hell. His catches, and I guess all my friends have been saying like the Steelers are in a highlight game every week and a highlight reel every week and also a loss every week. But this nigga Pickens has a highlight catch every week. That's what I'm saying. Like you making it seem like Jamar Chase didn't have one great ass year and it's 5 games in and he looks. I mean, I guess we said he's top 5, but he don't feel like top 5 to me. Shit, he don't feel like it.
I mean, I think he just got to get used to being the number 1. Like, he got to get used to coming into those weeks being game plan as the number 1. I mean, last year he was getting game plan as the number 1, but now teams are coming into the games like if we stop Jamar Chase, we gonna fuck around with this game. Teams were coming to games like that last year. Now teams are coming in. If we stop Jamar Chase, we may fuck around with this game. So now that teams are coming in with that mentality, that just changes the whole game plan. It changes how he affects the game. It changes how he needs to approach the game. So I think he's just getting used to that right now. It's just some growing pains.
All right, it says less than a minute. I don't know how long you have to leave. Literally, just let me get you for like 10 more minutes. All I need to talk about is predictions for the next game, and I'm not even gonna say anything with fantasy. So just predictions, and then we'll be done with that.
All right, bet it up.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I'm already knowing I've had you longer than I thought.
No, I ain't telling my boy.
All right, bet.
It's fun for me, man.
Let me make sure my ass hits record this time. But yeah, just talking about we were finishing up, I guess, talking about the Bengals. The Steelers are gonna have to deal with the Bengals for the next 5 years. Yeah, all right. My feeling on that is this year, I guess just talking about this year, the Bengals are gonna definitely do better than the Steelers, but the Bengals they're not sniffing the Super Bowl this year. And you said what?
I said they're not, but at the same time, like they're going to be closer in the next 2-3 years than y'all are, bro. Let's keep it.
No, they won't. No, they're not. Another thing that I've been saying on the shows a lot is the Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl in the next 4 years.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're nuts.
No.
Nuts.
When Kenny Pickett comes out and turns out to be an MVP candidate type of quarterback in the next 2 to 3 years. And we have one of the best wide receiver duos with it right next to him. And Najee, hopefully he's having a bad year. Maybe that's just we'll see about that. Hopefully he gets better this year, gets better the next couple of years. But we have all the pieces. That's why and I was going to say this about the Steelers, but I guess didn't. But that's why the Steelers are so dangerous. We have all the pieces to win right now. What don't we have? Our defense is hard. Our defense is hard. Our O-line, I guess. With TJ Watt, our defense is completely different. So it's hard to really talk about our defense right now. Yeah, what are we missing? What is the Steelers missing?
Just cornerbacks. I need cornerbacks.
All right, yeah, we could pick one of them niggas up in the draft. We draft the Steelers.
Actually, I really don't. I mean, I got the reason why y'all don't really get cornerbacks is because y'all got Cam and y'all got TJ and y'all had Devin Bush. Like that's the main reason why y'all don't really go so hard at the cornerbacks is because quarterbacks don't even get the chance to get that bitch off against y'all because y'all already sacking them or y'all disrupting wherever he's trying to look at. So that's really why y'all really don't invest in quarterbacks. But bro, like y'all been getting grilled.
So what's the thing?
Couple of years, y'all gotta invest in the quarterback, bro.
All right, and okay, we invest in the quarterback. All right, say we do that. Why the Bengals over the Steelers? I just don't get that.
No, y'all get a cornerback. Y'all get a cornerback, and Kenny Pickett comes out and shows what he's capable of. Y'all better than him.
Thank you. I know we are. That's what I wanted to hear you say.
Yeah. If that happens,
those ifs are, those ifs are probable. Those ifs are probable. I mean, the cornerback part, I guess, isn't probable, but Kenny Pickett, it's probable. It's over 50%. He's passed every eye test every time I played him.
I believe it.
Yeah. So Bengals this year, probably, I'll give them second in the division this season. Lose first round of the playoffs. Bengals.
Against who?
The Chiefs if they play the Chiefs, the Bills if they play the Bills. If they get someone like the Colts or something, like a weird game. I mean, they
fuck around beat them niggas on God. You fuck around beat them.
We the Colts.
Yeah, we fuck around.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we the Colts fuck around and beat them niggas. Who else? I mean, I guess the better question would be is who do I think the Bengals would beat if they had to play them in the AFC playoffs? Being realistic about who'd be in the playoffs, maybe they'd beat the Jags. Yeah, they'd beat the Jags probably because the Jags may be in there. I don't know. They're not beating a lot of teams. I'll say that they're not beating a lot of teams.
If they O-line solid, bro, like their defense looked good, which is surprising. Their defense looked good this past Sunday. So I mean, if their defense, if Henderson can keep into the quarterback, and their DBs can keep holding up, and their O-line can hold up, the sky's the limit for the Bengals, bro. Like, to be honest. So I don't think like it's just a for sure they get beat first round. But if their O-line holds up, bro, they may be in the Super Bowl again if their O-line holds up.
That's not happening, no way.
Yeah, if their O-line holds up, do they go back to the Super Bowl? If the O-line holds up?
No.
So what? No. How do they lose then? How do they bro? They like what?
I guess they're not. Well, who have they played? I mean, they didn't get outscored by the Ravens. That game was that's a divisional game, so it's hard to call. Then before that, they played. They beat somebody.
No team in the AFC wants to get in a scoring match with the Bengals. I can guarantee you that. No team wants to get in the I score, you score with the Bengals. You don't want to do it because you can't guard. Like, no team's going to say it, but you can't guard the Bengals. Like, there's no way to really guard them because they have 3 number ones.
The Bills and the Chiefs will get into us. The Bills and the Chiefs would both be 2 teams that I think, and even the Raiders potentially. The Raiders would probably be A-okay getting into a scoring match with the fucking Bengals.
No, I don't. No, nobody wants to get. The Chiefs definitely don't want to get in a score match with the Bengals. I don't think the Chiefs want to because the Chiefs don't have no wideouts, bro. When playoffs start, bro, and you finally the film comes out on which, and I feel like we're gonna talk about the Raiders too. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna say that. I'm still gotta say about the Chiefs with the Raiders. But I feel like when playoff football starts and the game finally slows down and teams got 2 weeks to prepare, I honestly feel like the Chiefs are an easy team to figure out just because that they don't have freak athletes. They don't have a freak athlete anymore. They don't have a nigga who you can throw the ball to at the 2 and can run
Kelsey? He's a freak athlete. He's a freak athlete in the. Well, tell me, what do you guys say?
I'm gonna say it now. I feel like the formula to stopping the Chiefs was revealed this past Monday. I feel like the Raiders put out the formula how to beat the Chiefs, or at least how to slow them down. and that is double Kelsey. If you put some help on Kelsey and you get some and you be physical with Kelsey off the hike, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna say you're good, but you have a fighting chance. You have a fighting chance to get up at least 14-0 or 17-0 or however much that they got up.
But Patrick Mahomes, I saw a stat that was crazy where he's just like, well, he's a freak athlete. Not a freak athlete. He's not a freak athlete, but he's a freak talent, I guess. I don't know whatever you want to call it. But I saw a stat that when he's down, he's like one of the best quarterbacks in the league from coming back from behind. And I think the Chiefs are like kind of like a Tom Brady effect where it's like I used to watch like AFC championship game against the Colts and the Patriots. And I would be like, how the fuck is Tom Brady winning? He's not better than Peyton Manning. How is this nigga winning? And I feel like Patrick Mahomes is that. Like, how is this nigga win? Like, I feel like he's just some niggas is just winners, bro. I think Patrick Mahomes, that's why I'm like the Chiefs would be okay getting into a scoring match because I think just like with Patrick Mahomes is gonna find a way to win.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, bro, like what the Raiders did, they doubled. It had two guys on Kelsey almost every possession. Like, it had somebody clip him, or not clip him, but like what?
Yeah,
clip him. Had somebody do that, and had somebody always on him, at least on his neck, in his ear. Pause. Always, every drive, every hike, somebody was breathing down Kelsey's neck, or two people were breathing down Kelsey's neck. So at the same time, and if you see, Valdez-Scantling had to put up 100 yards. Like, it's like that Marquez Valdez-Scantling had to go put up 100 yards.
Yeah.
Juju had to go have a
56
solid game. Nicole Hardman had to go have a solid game. Like, niggas had to come out of body. And I don't see that happening in the playoffs, bro. I feel like when you double Kelsey and you force Patty to make Juju make plays, Valdez-Scantling make plays, Nicole make plays. Like, even though them guys have from the outside looking in, it looks like they can make plays. I feel like when the playoffs start, and those teams finally adapt what the Raiders did this past Monday, I feel like it's chopped for the Chiefs when it comes to scoring, putting points on the board.
I don't know. I just don't see that because and I guess we said we just get into the Chiefs Raiders. I mean, right now. So I guess just with the conversation we've had now, then since you think that something's been figured out about the Chiefs, do the Chiefs the Chiefs win their division, right? AFC West. Yeah, you would give them that. Super Bowl. They're AFC in the Super Bowl, or is it too early for you to tell? I would respect that too.
I got Bills in the Super Bowl, but like I can see it. Like I wouldn't be like, how did they make it if the Chiefs?
Yeah, of course not.
But at the same time, like, man, like,
and Bills are the easy choice. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, but so I guess who do you think is the second choice? Is it like the Bengals? Maybe? Do you think it's the Chiefs? Like, who do you think is gonna be like the second Chiefs? Okay.
Yeah, Chiefs definitely. I feel like the Chiefs is definitely that second team that can definitely make it in the AFC at least.
Yeah, and with the Raiders, just asking about them, do you think they have finished second in the AFC West? Do you think they end up beating the Chargers? Or do you think Chargers get it?
I feel like they may beat the Chargers, but I mean, if they play again, I feel like they may beat the Chargers. But as far as the overall, the big picture. Yeah. I see the Chargers taking that second just because of their defense, man. Like, and let's talk about the Chiefs defense and the Raiders. Their defenses are awful.
Yes,
horrible, horrific. That's part of the reason why I think they don't want to get no he say she say matchup with the Bengals or a scoring matchup. It doesn't matter. They don't want to get no matchup as far as putting points on the board with the Bengals. Just off the simple fact that the Bengals defense isn't as half as bad as the Chiefs, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. But the Buccaneers defense is, I think, probably one of the best defenses in the league. And look what the Chiefs did to them. They put up like 41 points on them or something crazy like that. Like, that's why it's like Patrick Mahomes. Bro, he gonna score. I don't think it matters. Like, and I think he's like Tom Brady made a career at making average ass wide receivers hard than a bitch.
Facts.
Patrick Mahomes. So, yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, I don't want to compare Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady because I don't think it's that at all. That nigga Tom Brady is the GOAT. You have to say that. But
I'm trying to tell y'all, we was 11 years old, 10 years old. I was telling y'all niggas, bro.
But it's he's the GOAT, but he's not the most talented quarterback of all time. He is the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Peyton Manning better than him. Like, skill wise, eye test wise. Like, if I want to sit down and watch a bunch of highlights, nigga, ain't no nigga typing in Tom Brady career highlights. But Tom Brady's the GOAT. And you did say that.
I already had it. Tom Brady did throw 400 in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a
But
toss
you
up.
right, and you right. You were saying since we were fucking in first grade. That's
I saw it, bro. I've been even when in that town had the Super Bowl and he lost, bro. I've been saw that shit, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I hated that nigga Tom Brady for a long time, bro. It
Facts.
got to those point where it was like, bro, you gotta respect him.
Yeah,
Like,
facts.
he's the GOAT. But that nigga now, bro, I don't know. He's about to be NFC. I just get into them randomly, but they about to be hard, bro. Now that nigga's really in his divorce. He's in his divorce bag, bro. He's now he can. I feel like his mind, he's like miserable. Now it's like, all right, I can get that. Hopefully he can get that out of his mind, or I don't know. But
it's sort of fucked up though, and like on her behalf, because like she sort of like gave up her modeling career for the nigga.
And that's
this nigga. And it was his time to sort of give up his football career. He was like, fuck that.
Yeah, but I mean, you right. He is wrong for that, but it's like, hey, yo, like you were a very good model. I'm the best quarterback of all time. Like you knew and I married me, bro.
Like, the best model all time though. Which is
man,
crazy.
when they was going out on dates and stuff, she could probably see it. And I'm like, this nigga, like I bet with athletes and shit, bro, they be probably having to tell niggas like, hey, it's my sport first, then you. I've seen interviews of hella athletes saying shit like that. Like I bet Kobe told Giselle, hey, I fuck with y'all, but shit, nigga, it's basketball first. Can't say he said that, but I'm guesstimating from how I think Kobe was. Tom Brady's the same way. He seemed like one of them niggas where it's like we dating, earlier dating, like, hey, I fuck with you, but like I'm Tom Brady. Like you gonna come right behind it. Right. And I think now, like I don't know. I just think Tom Brady, like just the work ethic that I see for him, bro. Like I think it's some shit. It was one of those things where bitches try to be ignoring shit. This is a football show, not I don't want to get into how women act or anything. Maybe I'm lying, but how like somebody will tell you something and you want to ignore it.
You can never win this battle, brother. You can never win.
Tom Brady seems like the type where 30 years ago, he was like, yeah, I'm about to go be the best quarterback of all time. And that's going to always be first. And now when it's time for her to see that in action, she's shitty. But shit. I mean, man. She got to go. Them kids is old enough, bro. They're old enough. Like, I don't know how old they are, but they're old. Them niggas is like in middle school. They cool. They dad's Tom Brady. Giselle. I mean, shit.
They rich, bro. They rich, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Like, her ass, honestly, she better wait a couple years. Like, it's fucked up, but take 2 years and then that nigga's going to be a commentator. Like,
they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good, man.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think they're going to be good. I think they really get a divorce.
You think they're really getting a divorce?
I saw something, but I think it was like one of those like fake, like I be seeing so much fake Instagram and like Twitter posts, but I think I saw something where I think they got a divorce or there was reports. But again, all the people that listen to Garrett's football show for straight facts, everything I just said, I'm guessing. I don't know. They may not be getting divorced. I don't know nothing going on with Tom Brady's life. I'm just fucking around right now.
Thanks.
But if I would hope, and to be real, all jokes aside, I would hope they stay together, of course.
Word, man.
But
losing his lady, man.
Yeah, of course. But every single week, the last like 2 years of my life, every single time I've watched Tom Brady, I've been like, damn, man, I'm seeing history right now, man. I fuck with watching that nigga so shit. Right. Okay, I'm happy every single time I see him on the field. No cap.
Now.
Now. Beforehand, that shit, I used to be pissed, and that nigga was a cheat, and it annoyed me. But I fuck with my nigga Tom Brady now.
Right.
And then. This is what we were. I was gonna start off with this, but I have to bring it back. Just going into this with Davante Adams because we were talking about the Chiefs and the Raiders. This is breaking news. This is fact right here. Davante Adams is being sued for pushing that camera guy down. I guess just to give a quick update on that, like that's just obviously. He said he had like maybe a possible concussion, some injuries. That nigga's fine. He wants a bag. He knows he got pushed by the top paid wide receiver in the league. So obviously we know what that is. Let's not beat around the bush of like why he's doing that. My question to you is, we both kind of do like media. You're in the camera. That's you. Nigga pushes you. Are you thinking, I got in Davante Adams' way. It was a tough loss. I'm not about to be particularly a hoe ass nigga. And, I'm going to take my losses. Maybe give me a jersey, maybe give me some game tickets. Or are you saying, nah, nigga, my back, fuck, I need that bag. Like, how are you playing it?
Like, man.
I'll answer first.
I need a bag, bro. I need a bag.
was about to say the same thing. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Like, I need a bag, bro. I need it.
Like,
it's not gonna be too crazy. I'm not gonna go too crazy on my bro, but I'm gonna tell him you put this nigga big a bush as hell. Like, you feel me? I got whiplash. I may need.
So I need 800,000.
Damn, I was gonna say like 500. 800 is
800,000. He could have a $2 million check every game. That's like, come on.
That's half a game check then. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's not hurting Devontae Adams, bro. I'll tell you, it's not hurting Devontae. Like,
yeah. So basically, the shot on that. So you're not blaming Cuts for his decisions.
No, not at all.
I agree. I don't blame him either. But that's hilarious though. Like, and that's just the thing where, professional athletes, that sucks. Yeah, I guess they have to be held to a higher standard, because if that's college or something, obviously we're not even having this conversation. But that nigga got to know better, honestly.
Thanks. And it's just funny how, just like when players get to like such high like standing, how they treat people, just normal people, or just people who just normal individuals, how they treat them, like, and just seeing that's really I don't say it's just true colors, but like like, no, man, like, you mad, like, this is you, like, that's just you, like, which is really who you, like, you don't give a fuck about a broke nigga, like,
he's like, bro, because that's what his thinking was. He's, bro, this weak ass nigga in my way.
Yeah, like, this weak ass nigga in my way, like that's what I'm saying, like, this broke ass nigga in my way, like basically you say,
because that's what he was thinking, type shit.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not doing that to your teammate. You're not doing that. Like, he looked and saw like nobody ass nigga and said, yeah, move. Like, like, come on now.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Like,
yeah,
it'll get to your head a little bit. You think you hear shit, nigga. Now you got to give up half a game check, nigga. You hear. Hey, life comes at you fast. Shit, I guess that's what I see from that.
Oh God.
But now let's get in just straight to predictions. So I'm just gonna name the games off. I'm gonna do them live too. We can just say who you want. This Thursday night game coming on tomorrow. Commanders at Bears. That's gonna be a terrible game, but I got the Bears. Who do you got?
Bears.
Yeah, and I think that's low scoring too. 49ers at Falcons. I got 49ers, but I think this is a potential upset game. The Falcons are competitive in every game they're in, but I have 49ers.
Yeah, I got 49ers, but 49ers are banged up. No Robbie Guild, no Bosa. Excuse me. Again, no Elijah Mitchell. They're missing. Excuse me again. They're missing Emmanuel Mosley. They're missing a starting cornerback. They're missing Jimmy Ward. So yeah, they're missing about five starters on defense and one All-Pro. So, and Trent Williams is out. So they're gonna be missing a lot of boys. So I see that game being close, but football knowledge can't go against Shanahan.
Yeah, I agree. Patriots at Browns. I'm gonna have Patriots in this just off my mind. I think that's an upset. I'm gonna see what the line is on that. But for some reason, bro, I don't know. I just think Patriots here, and I need the Browns to lose anyways for the Steelers. So I got Patriots here.
I think Browns. Browns just come off a tough loss. Anytime you could tote that pill, like toting that pill, and they've been toting that pill. You're always in a great chance to win. Myles Garrett, if he gets a little bit more healthier this week, if he plays.
Yeah.
I trust the Browns. And are they playing in Cleveland too?
It's at Cleveland, and Cleveland's minus 2.5.
Yeah, I trust Cleveland.
You think their cover spread at minus 2.5?
Yeah, I think so. That's right.
Yeah. Jets. This can't. Oh yeah, no, I thought that said Giants because I saw the New York. I was tweaking for a second. Jets at Packers. I have Packers. Just even though I don't think the Packers are good, I don't think they're that bad to lose 2 games in a row, both to the New York Jets who have been bad and the New York Giants who have been bad. That would be crazy for Tom Brady. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, but great for New York. I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't see the Jets pulling off that upset. You know, they are a team that's always competitive, but I don't see them pulling off that upset against Green Bay in Green Bay. But close game, so touch the spread. Yeah,
it's spread, and I'm just looking at that because I have them up right now. Yeah, that's minus 7.5. Yeah, we already talked about that. That's crazy. Don't do that. Or take the plus money with the Jets. Jaguars at Colts. I got Colts.
Let's do it.
Another thing, just to say this real quick, the Colts fan in me says the Colts. The person that watches football and is likes football and is just being unbiased. Probably the Jags. What would you say? What'd you say?
Football
No
knowledge.
Colts?
Football knowledge. I'll say Colts. Still football knowledge. Colts. I don't think the Jags really do anything that's that drastically better than us. Are we gonna have Shaq back?
Yeah, because I think he just got a concussion, so he should only be gone for like a week, right?
Yeah, and that was Denver. And plus we have
Yeah,
a
that was
long week. What's
yeah.
a short week? It's a short week, ain't it?
If we just played on Thursday, we wouldn't play again until Sunday. So
That's
no,
a
we have a
long
long
week.
week. We have a long week. Yeah. Yeah. So he should be back for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Vikings at Dolphins. That game is, I think that depends on Tua will be back. And I think I saw something that said he will. But damn, that's a tough one. Vikings
I
at
like
Dolphins.
Vikings. Tua's not gonna be back though, bro. I don't think Tua's back.
All right.
Yeah, they say he's coming back to practice, but they're still
okay. Yeah, that's what. Okay, if Tua's not back, then Vikings for sure. If Tua's back, I guess probably still Viking because it's. But Tua's. I agree. I don't think Tua will be back, so I guess I'll say Vikings too. Bengals at Saints. I guess this is an upset again. I guess, but I'm going Saints. Saints have been interesting team this year. They just beat who they just beat, but it was a good game. They just beat the Seahawks in a close game. They lost the Buccaneers in another close game. The Saints are competitive. Even if they do have backups, I'm going to go Saints over Bengals. Ravens at Giants. Ravens, but I guess that's a game the Giants could do something. What'd you say?
Spread.
What is it there? You know what it is?
Like +5, +6.
Yeah, Ravens.
+5.5.
Yeah, Ravens -6. Yeah. Yep. Spread. You're saying Giants spread or Ravens to cover?
Giants spread.
Yeah. Buccaneers at Steelers. Same with the Colts game. The football fan in me says Buccaneers, but the Steelers fan says Steelers. I'm locking the Steelers in. I'm not going to bet against the Steelers.
Come on. You know Brady's going to get it done. But that game's going to be close. In my opinion, I think that game's going to be close. I'm in my main parlay, I'm not touching the Buccaneers in my main, like the safe one.
All right. Now, Panthers at Rams. I'm going to go Panthers. I said that way too fast. The Rams don't suck that bad. Rams. Panthers at Rams. I got Rams. The Rams don't suck that bad.
Yeah, I feel like Rams at least get together for that week.
Yeah.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers to lose.
Hi. This one, Cardinals at Seahawks. I've been liking to say the Cardinals a lot this year because I just like Kyler Murray a lot. But I'm a little nigga. I have to go for the little niggas that do hard shit. I feel like that's me. So I have to go for that nigga Kyler Murray. But that being said, I got Seahawks. Division game, it's close, and Geno Smith looks really good this year. I have Seahawks in the upset.
Yeah, I see that. I can see, but nah, I got Cardinals just off some fact that they're coming off a L. And is it in Arizona?
No, it's in Seattle, which is why I'm choosing the Seahawks. If it was in Arizona, I'd have the Cardinals.
It's gonna be a close game, but I still got Cardinals though.
Yeah. Bills at Chiefs. This is the game of the week. I don't even think there's any argument for that. I got Chiefs in a game that comes down to the last drive of the game.
I got Bills. They come in last drive of the game. Bills.
All right. Cowboys at Eagles. I got Eagles, but I can see the Cowboys winning.
Eagles. Cowboys been a little too hot, so I'll go Eagles.
And then the Monday game, Broncos at Chargers. I'm gonna go Chargers here. Denver just looks sucky.
Yeah, Chargers. I don't like the way Denver's looking.
Yeah, and I don't
like it.
Yeah, not at all. With fantasy, I'm not even gonna talk about fantasy that much. All I'm gonna say is my fantasy team. I'm on a little win streak right now. I started off the year 0-2. Now I'm 3-2. 3 weeks in a row, I've won. I've been pushing in waiver wires, man. Like the first 2 weeks, I wasn't paying attention to the shit. I don't even know, just whatever happened. But like the last 2 weeks, I've been trading. I've been picking up people from the waiver wire. You feel me? Fantasy. This is my second year doing fantasy. Do you do fantasy?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, bet. So, okay, maybe a little bit longer than I thought that I didn't think you did fantasy. But with me, like this being my second year, I've just learned like you really got to take care of your team like a family. Like you got to check in on them niggas. You got to look around the league. You got to keep up with the waiver wire. Like that's really like like the first year I did fantasy, and when I went into it this year, I was like, it's about the draft. It's about the draft. These last 3 weeks, like how different my team is, just from like paying attention, I would say fantasy is way more about working during the league, like being a coach type shit, than it is about your draft. Your draft low key matters, but it don't matter. It really matters what you do week to week. What did you say about that?
Yeah, I honestly feel like what you do week to week matters. I've been the trade guy. I made a couple of trades.
Yeah.
And let me give you a scenario. So this was a trade that really bit me in the ass these past 2 weeks. I traded Terry McLaurin and Miles Sanders for Cordell Patterson. But I know that sounds fucking asinine. That sounds crazy. But Cordell Patterson was getting off the first like 2-3 weeks. He was getting off going crazy.
You must have needed a running back.
Yeah, I needed a running back so fucking bad. I needed a running back bad. I needed a running back so bad.
And you
I traded that. So was that a bad trade? Do you feel like that was a bad trade?
How much did Cordell Patterson get you last week?
Like 15. But Miles Sanders has 30 they were 30 last week.
Yeah.
Like 28.
Yeah, I saw that, but he's not. I don't think that's gonna happen again because the week before that, because I think I played someone that had them. Didn't he have like 15, 14, something like that?
He had like 8 points.
Yeah.
He was weak. That's why I traded him. Terry been weak too.
And Terry's been weak. Yeah.
Full of Terry. But he's been weak so far in fantasy.
Hey, I fuck with Terry too. Yeah, of course, hey. Naptown legend, anything I say about Terry about fantasy, this is no instinct about what I think about Terry as a Naptown legend and what he's done. Yeah. But fantasy this year, he has been fucking up. Yeah. I was about to draft that nigga too, bro. A, I was about to draft him. B, somebody offered to trade him to me. No to both of those things. But I was saying that about if that's a good trade or not. I'm assuming.
I feel like it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm assuming obviously you have other wide receivers, like you're a little stacked out wide receiver. It's a good trade. It's a good trade because especially if you had no wide receivers.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, no running backs. Now, let me ask you this because this is a trade that was just proposed to me today. And keep in mind, the person that proposed this trade to me is who I'm facing this week. But he wants, and this is for me, he wants Courtland Sutton and Breece Hall. Courtland Sutton is he's the best wide receiver. Thank you. And he wants to give me James Robinson, or whatever that nigga's name is, the running back for Jacksonville. And I think Mark Williams is his name, the wide receiver for the Chargers. His name is Mike Williams. He wants to give me Mike. What'd you say?
Keenan Allen's coming like this week or next week though. So
exactly. He wants to give me Mike Williams and James Robinson for Courtland Sutton and Breece Hall. I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm not. I was looking at that shit and I face him this week too. I was like, he's trying to finesse me.
Yeah, Jets gonna tote that pill this against the Green Bay.
You said what?
Jets are gonna tote that pill against.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm not doing that because Breece Hall, and this is my first week. I just got Breece Hall this week, so I know that he's gonna. You feel me? I gotta keep him for at least 1 week. I traded. This is a trade I did ask. This that made me get Breece Hall. I traded. Damn, who did I trade to that nigga? Camby. Hold on, let me look.
Camby, yes sir.
Hell yeah, this is the trade I did with him. Who did I trade? I'm tweaking right now. Why can't I? Oh yeah. Oh no, I know exactly what I did. I traded just Alvin Kamara, who's been bad for me, terrible for me this year, and I got Pickens, Pickens, Breece Hall, and that's it. I got Pickens and Breece Hall, and I traded Alvin Kamara.
I don't know. AK, he's been trash, but he's coming back though. So
yeah, and keep in mind my running backs. I have Saquon Barkley, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Najee Harris, and now Breece Hall.
Okay, you good.
Yeah, and wide receivers where I'm fucked up. Like my wide receivers are Courtland Sutton, Amari Cooper. All right, we'll definitely be done in 10 minutes. But my wide receivers are only My wide receivers are only Amari Cooper, Courtland Sutton, and Michael Pittman. So I really don't have type shit. He's been good. He's actually been surprising. Yeah. The past 2 weeks he's been good or not? Yeah. 20. He had 20 points. Yeah, he had 20 points, and then he had that little week 1 point against Atlanta, and then 23 and 25. Yeah, he's been hard this year. Now, last thing we're gonna do, bets. So with this show, the bet segment is different every week. Sometimes I give live bets. Sometimes my guests can give bets. Sometimes I just give betting advice, or I just talk about how my betting's going this year. This time I don't have any bets to give. So all I'm gonna say is my betting this year, it's been up and down. I'm losing more than I'm winning. I guess my betting strategy right now lately has been really just to focus on like I stay away from money lines. I've been doing big spreads when I do spreads, and like player props. Like I'm always adjusting the player props. Like I very rarely ever take like what it is like for like receiving yards or rushing yards, like just what they give you. I really like all the time I make them a little yard, like a little smaller, like 10 or 5 yards. And I only do 3 leg parlays maximum. So I guess my question to you is, what do you do with the bets? Do you do the big 15 leggers, pause? You do two legs, 3 legs? You like going on like what's your betting strategy? How much do you bet? Just talk about that a little bit.
So basically, I've been betting the past 2 years, taking a lot of losses.
Yeah,
a lot of losses. But I feel like the formula that I've been hitting for the past couple of weeks has been college alt spreads, college alternate spreads. What college football has done, what FanDuel has done this past year, they added alternate spreads to college football games, meaning that you can alternate spread and alternate over under points for college football games. And it's very rare that underdogs get blown out in college football, right? College football is the home of the upsets, college football, home of the upsets. So since you can do alternate spreads, all you gotta do is alternate spread the underdog, like plus 21, plus 22. You know the underdog's gonna be in a fighting match with the favorite.
Yeah.
Especially if they're at home. You know they're gonna be in a fighting match. So just give you that 21 point cushion for like minus 400 on your parlay. And then do like 4 or 5 of those, let those add up. And you know them underdogs aren't gonna get blown out by more than 25, 26. Yeah. Especially if they're ranked underdogs. They're not getting blown out by more than 25, 26.
Type shit.
Excuse me. So I would stack those. So I've been stacking those. And then I'll throw like 2 NFL locks, like for example, I did alternate spreads for college, and then I threw San Fran versus the Panthers just to top it off. That was like plus 400, plus 500, because all those alternate spreads added up. All them niggas had to do was just not get blown out.
Hell yeah.
San Fran go out there and beat the Panthers, and I'm green. So basically what I've been doing is, long story short, college alternate spreads and combine that with like 2 for sure locks on Sunday. And that's your good plus 500 right there.
Damn. All right.
You can turn 55 to 300.
Yeah, I like, and see that for everybody watching right now, I'm gonna say trust that because it sounded good. The reason behind it was good, and I'm gonna try it myself. So I'm gonna come back next week and see what I get from that. Because I need a new bet, bro. I need new bet strategies all the time because I'm struggling right now. But shit. That's all I have right now for this episode. Shit. Thank you for coming on, man. Thanks for working with me with the technical difficulties. Shit, it was a great episode, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
Hell
you know it's love, man. You know my brother, day one, man. I'm riding with you, riding along, Garrett. You know the vibes.
On God, bro. Love.